And we're back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Thursday edition of the Regular Fan Show, hosted by the fans, for the fans. Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno, back with you, talking all things sports, breaking it down at the not the pro athlete level, but at the intramural athlete level. We do what we can. Mr. Bruce Juno on his own athletic journey, eating healthy, working out every day, doing much more than I've been doing, but Mr. Bruce Juno, good morning, buddy. How's your 75-day challenge going?
No, it's good. I mean, drinking. So, like, I'm a big fan of flavors, and so when I can only drink water, and I can't you know, crank out some sauces
Yep.
on the old, whatever we're cooking, the old chicken, the old whatever.
Yeah. No
I can't
salt,
just.
no spices,
Yeah, well, I mean, you can use some spices and whatnot. You just can't
but
overload it with
not
spices,
no overbearing amounts. Yeah.
But I love sauces. Like sauces are my thing. Like I would love
You're a
to
sauce
just
guy.
try sauces. Yeah. And so not being able to just crank out sauces on the daily sucks. But hey, we're
Well,
still
hey,
chugging along. Still
we
got
commend
this. I
you.
gotta refill it from yesterday.
Still got the
Not
gallon jug.
cheating. I did drink a gallon because I drank like 5 water bottles also. So I'm not cheating. But yep, we're still going. Day 4. We're cranking out life.
I commend you. Brother. You're doing a great job.
It
It's been a
sucks.
busy week.
Don't try it.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, you're the way you speak on it makes me really not want to try it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to do. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a good thing to do, but
We'll have this conversation again after the 75 days, and you got a 6-pack, and then
yeah,
I'll be
hopefully I
like,
make
damn,
it
I
to
should probably do
75 days.
that. Well, hey, we'll be checking in on you. We'll make sure that you stay on top of your stuff.
Sweet, works for me. Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Well, it's been a busy couple of days there, Bruce. Especially in college basketball. We'll start there. It's March, 10 days until Selection Sunday. Can't wait, but we're already in March. That means we're already getting upsets left and right, starting on Tuesday night in what was probably the biggest upset of the season so far, that saw number 22 Texas A&M take down number 1 Auburn 83-72. In Auburn's second loss in conference play this season. Johni Broome only had 8 points on the day and 7 rebounds. Bruce, do you think Auburn is gettable?
I mean, everyone's gettable. Like you said, it's March. But I feel like, I don't think A&M's like that bad of a team, and so going on the road to Texas A&M to face the Aggies,
Gig 'em.
yeah, at College Station. I mean,
It was on their senior night too.
yeah. I mean,
So
I wouldn't
naturally.
fret this too much if you think Auburn's going all the way. Like, think about it. All teams lose. Like, no one's ever gone completely undefeated and won it all. So that I know
Yeah.
of. Maybe I could be wrong.
There's been teams that have gone undefeated, but the last one I remember was I want to say Kansas did it one year and then lost in the tournament.
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
Kentucky did it one year and then ended up losing like third round or something.
Yeah. So I mean,
What
I wouldn't
happens?
fret it too much. Like, I don't think this is too much of a,
Better to get your
crazy
losses out
upset.
now
But
than during the tournament.
yeah, and on the road.
Yeah,
is what it
you
is.
know a team like Auburn is not going to drop 2 in a row. So obviously, Auburn getting the 1 seed in the SEC, in the SEC tournament. Obviously, they're gonna be a tough out. So just a very surprising loss. Especially, I mean, A&M, they had some good performers, but I mean, they had nobody in the 20s. Zurich Phelps had 19 off the bench. Anderson Garcia had a double-double, 11 and 11.
Yeah.
Wade Taylor had 16, but nobody like jumping out at you with, 25 points or 15 rebounds. No crazy stat lines in this game for A&M. Just solid all-around performance, and that's what it takes to take down a top team in the nation. And we saw that out of BYU as well, who beat number 10 Iowa State. 88-85 in overtime in this one. Richie Saunders led the way with 23 for the Cougars. I mean, Iowa State, they had a lot of dudes in double digits, but they're just not deep. They had 3 guys off the bench.
Yeah, and like I've been saying this for a couple weeks now. Iowa State's. I don't want to say they're falling off because they're still, a top team in the country or whatnot. But
they're in a slump.
Iowa State's kind of falling off.
They've lost 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, they're on a bad run of form right now. BYU goes into Hilton Coliseum and knocks off the Cyclones in double OT. And BYU turned the ball over almost 30 times. And they won.
Jeez.
Iowa State turned the ball over 11 times.
Wow.
29
I did
to
not
11.
notice that. Wow. I mean, when you win the turnover battle by 18.
But rebounds.
Here's the
BYU
I was gonna say, here's the difference maker. When you get out rebounded by 20, by 28. 28 rebounds, BYU had more than Iowa State. That's just
I want to see 17 offensive boards.
Yeah, that'll be the difference maker. You're giving them extra possessions.
I was hoping I could see second chance points, but I can't. Points off. Well, BYU only had 17 points off turnovers.
Jeez.
Well, or sorry. Yeah. Well, they had 17 on 11 turnovers from Iowa State, but what I meant to say is Iowa State had 34 points off 29 turnovers for BYU.
Yeah, and that's not winning basketball. You got to capitalize on forcing those turnovers.
Yeah. If you almost have the same amount of turnovers as you have points off turnovers,
that's a problem. That means you're getting a bucket every other turnover. That's not the way it should be. You got to capitalize off those possessions. I mean, it not even like they, I understand they're not all fast break turnovers, but they had 18 steals. That's 18 fast breaks that you, for certain, could be capitalizing on. But
I mean, BYU led. It was by 20 with 13 minutes to go or something like that.
Yeah.
And Iowa State came back to force overtime and then double overtime.
Yeah, it's an impressive comeback, being able to force overtime, just whether it was too little too late, whether they were using up all their energy getting back into this game. Either way, Iowa State lost 3 of their last 4. They've had 1 3-game losing streak earlier on in the season. For a team that was at one point ranked number 2 in the country, they are, they're crawling to March Madness, it seems, at this point. But we'll see. The Big 12 is a tough conference too. So, naturally, they're facing some tough competition. They're obviously still going to make the tournament, so we'll see what seed they end up getting. But it certainly is dropping week by week here. No other real crazy games from Tuesday night. Texas beat Mississippi State by 5 in OT.
Bro, I've been saying that Mississippi State should not be ranked.
I know.
And they will no longer be ranked. Hopefully.
No, not anymore. No, they were 25 and then they lost. They're definitely getting unranked come Monday. Arizona beat Arizona State 113-100 with no overtime. That's insane.
Shout out the
Wildcats.
I'm trying to think what
the Sun Devils.
Hold on. It's the what's it called? You know how there's the Sunshine State. There's the Empire State.
Arizona, the devilishly hot state.
Yeah, the Las Vegas State.
Arizona Vegas isn't in Arizona.
The state. What?
Vegas isn't in
Arizona.
Arizona.
It's in Nevada. Yeah. The Grand Canyon State. Shout out.
Oh, that's right.
Canyon
they got
State.
The Grand Canyon. Yep. In the Grand Canyon Bowl, the Arizona Wildcats get the victory, but 113-110
or the Copper
is
State.
Insane. That's what New York is, the Copper State.
No. Arizona's the Copper State.
The
Grand Canyon State. I don't know which one they prefer to go by, but
well, hey, either way, it was out of the Copper State, the Grand Canyon Bowl, Copper Bowl, whatever you want to call it. The Wildcats get the victory. I just can't get over the score, man. 213 combined points in a college game with no overtime.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean they put on,
Shout out offense, not defense.
Yeah. I mean, Arizona had 3 20-point scores in Caleb Love, Henry Visar, and KJ Lewis. Arizona State had Alston Mason, who had 33 points.
Yeah.
Offensive, real offensive matchup. So if you like offense, that's the kind of game for you. But typically, I feel like that's not the case, especially in March Madness. Kentucky.
I mean, it was the same with like Florida, Alabama yesterday. They dropped.
Oh, that was
100 points.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at that one because Florida gets a pretty big victory over Alabama. As I just fix my shirt over here.
I mean, hey, it's a 5 or 7. I mean, they did go in the Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yep. And this one was tight down the stretch. This one was all the way down to the wire. It was a great game. Alex Condon, the big center for Florida, who missed a few games with an ankle injury, comes back 27 points, 10 rebounds. Walter Clayton Jr., 22, 8 assists.
Of course, Mark Sears leads Alabama.
Yeah, of course, Mark Sears, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He's going to be a top 10 pick, guaranteed.
Yeah,
probably even top 5. I mean, let's see. You're guaranteed to have Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. They're all going, top 3, top 5. I'd say Mark Sears is a top 5 pick.
I agree. But I also, half the time, I never know what the NBA is doing.
Maybe Janai. If Janai Broom goes to the draft, I feel like he should be a top 5 pick.
You got to remember, they're going European. They're going to go European.
That is true. That's true. You always got the guys from overseas, and there's even probably some G Leaguers. Actually, I don't even think the G League Ignite is still a thing, but yeah, that's true. You are going to see some guys coming in from overseas. So I'd say Mark Sears guaranteed top 10 pick. Top 5 if he has a strong tournament run, and then people start talking about him more. But either way, big win for Florida, as that clinches them the number 2 seed in the SEC tournament. I don't know why my hiccups just got so bad out of nowhere. But yeah, I mean I know, perfect timing. Also perfect timing for a Florida win, because now in the SEC tournament, they don't seed Auburn until the championship game.
Yeah.
If they both make it that far. So now you've pretty much taken the one team in the SEC that, you've beaten them already, but out of all the teams in the SEC, Auburn's, far and away the best. If you're giving me Florida against Alabama, Tennessee, A&M, Ole Miss, Missouri, any of these teams, I'm taking Florida. Against Auburn, maybe it depends on the night. But the fact that they don't have to deal with Auburn until the championship in the SEC is certainly huge.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's tourney time, and anything happens in tourney time. So.
Who knows? Hey, Auburn could lose to A&M and then be a first round out. Who knows? But again, in the SEC, Tennessee drops to unranked Ole Miss 78-76. As Tennessee, who I'll admit did not expect to see them ranked top 4 in the nation. I know they're a great team. I didn't think they were that good. Yeah, big upset for Ole Miss. I mean, it didn't really look like anybody on Tennessee showed up to play that much. They were led with 17 points off the bench from Jordan Gainey. Zakai Ziegler, 15 assists, but it was a tough back and forth game.
Yeah, I was about to say it was another back and forth game. But that's what you're going to get just throughout, whether it be, I mean, even if it's not March, you're going to get that in like big conferences no matter what. When it's 2 good teams played off against each other.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the comparison, pretty much even across the board. Both shot pretty much the same field goal percentage. Both had similar amounts of free throws. Ole Miss only won the rebound battle by 4. Yeah, by 4, but they did have 15 offensive rebounds compared to Tennessee's 8. So that's That's really the big difference maker there. Turnovers were pretty much the same. Fouls identical. It's for Ole Miss, it was just the points in the paint and getting those offensive rebounds. They just outmanned them and they were bigger. And for Tennessee, now's not the time to be losing to unranked teams and start falling in the rankings here. But again, SEC tournament's coming up. Anything can happen. Tennessee, they've gotten some big quad one wins this year. I want to say they lost to Florida. Who did they beat? They beat Missouri. Oh, they did beat Florida once. They beat A&M. They beat Alabama. Yeah, that's crazy. Go from beating Alabama on a buzzer beater to then losing to Ole Miss. That's brutal.
Hey, it's March.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was just looking at the just completely change of the competition-wise, the statue of how good these conferences are. I was just looking at the Sun Belt Championship bracket. Dude, this is the...
What's going on in the Sun Belt?
I don't like this layout. This is
now
weird.
I gotta pull it up.
Hold on. Let me. I'll share it with you. I'll share the old screen with you.
Quick,
it's not a bracket. It's a. It's. Hold on. I got an itch in my. It's.
Don't worry, you got it.
Words and stuff. Where is it? All right here.
You got it. You're almost there.
Look at this.
I guess the Sun Belt's going a little crazy.
It's not a bracket. It's just
I still got nothing.
The top teams don't play until way down here.
I can't see it. I don't know if I'm hoping everyone else that's tuned in can see it on the screen.
See it?
I can't see it.
I'm sharing it.
I know. I see that you're sharing it. I see that we've gotten much smaller into the side here, but I'm just looking at our background.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Rip.
I can
pull
up the Sun Belt tournament over here.
Yeah, pull it up.
Myself.
Basically, it's like 13 and 12 play each other. 11 and 14 play each other. Winner of 11-14 plays 10. Winner of that plays 7. Winner of that plays 6. Winner of that plays 3. It's not a bracket.
Oh, so you're basically
South Alabama and James Madison don't play until the quarterfinal.
So it's basically like a king of the court almost, where you got to just keep on winning to keep on going until you play the best team.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
That is very interesting. Is the Sun Belt Conference the only one that does it like that?
I have no clue. But
like that is very odd. I guess we probably should have realized that when we were looking at some of the matchups on Tuesday, talking about the Sun Belt, and we see
that they just kept playing low seeds.
I guess when we see an 11 facing a 10, we should have realized something was up. Wow. Okay. So basically every single day here, and it's not like they're getting rest. They're playing almost back to back every day. Georgia Southern just beat Southern Miss yesterday, and now they're taking on Georgia State today. And then tomorrow they would play either Marshall or Appalachian State. Saturday, if they keep winning, they'd play Arkansas State or Troy. So they just keep on playing every single day while these other teams just get to chill and rest, which can also, you could get rusty. You could, the teams that are winning could stay hot. There's pros and cons for both ends of the bracket here, but the fact that you got to win. So let's see. This is the
they're all in Florida too. They're all just at the Pensacola Bay Center. Like everyone's just
so it's not like you're really traveling, but you're still playing every single day. So theoretically, what is going on with my laptop over here? So if you are, I just want to see. So if you finish as like the 14 seed, you got to play how many games? You got to play 1, 2, 3,
7, 8, 7.
Yeah. If you go from one of the bottom 4 seeds to win the championship, you're playing 8 games.
7.
That's it.
Because that final one is just being the champion.
Well, yeah, but like still, that's still another game you'd have to play to.
No, I'm saying the
I see. Yeah, on the bracket. Yeah, I see. That's not an
champions.
actual game. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So yeah, 7 games in a row in 7 straight days. I didn't know Sunbelt operated like
I didn't know you had it in you.
See, this completely changes the way I look at whoever makes the NCAA tournament out of the Sun Belt.
Yeah, like James Madison
Not
last
that-
year.
Yeah, not that I was.
Well, I
gonna
thought it was a
pick them
good
to
team,
go
but I didn't
far.
realize the Sun Belt decided to throw him through the ringer.
Yeah, like it's not that I was gonna pick a Sun Belt team to win it all anyway, but that is crazy to see that that's how they
I
operate.
mean,
their
mind you, if
conference
it's one of the
tournaments.
top teams that make it through, then it's not too big of a deal for
Yeah.
going into the madness. But if you're
Now
say
I'm
like
curious.
say Old Dominion or Georgia Southern makes a run and wins it all.
Oh, so the West Coast Conference operates like that too.
Really?
Yeah, where St. Mary's and Gonzaga. Well, this is from 2023, but the 1 and 2 don't play until the until the 4th game of the bracket.
WCC.
So the West Coast does. Here we go. Here we go. Bro, do you mind?
Oh yeah, they do.
Do you mind? She's just staring at me. So I guess it must be. Let's see. Does the OVC? Do they also have this same type of? Yeah,
Oh, so there's a bunch of tournaments that
They
are like
do.
this. I did not know that. I did not understand.
all right. Well,
They're-
now
they're all running the Flying V. Ow.
now I gotta see.
It was a bar.
See, do they all happen to do this and we just don't realize it? Even okay, so I guess they all have a very similar style. Like the SEC has a pretty similar thing. It's not as like I don't know how to describe this thing. It's not like as like thin, like it widens out because you have your 4 bottom teams and then those two of those winners go to face the 2 teams that get a bye. Then you have 4 other teams that play each other that didn't get byes. So then you still end up with
So it's a normal bracket.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So I don't know. I don't like this whole Flying V situation we got going on here.
Yeah. Like it's kind of the same because, like I mean, this is from 2020, but the SEC bracket back then, you have Kentucky and Auburn and LSU and Mississippi State, all the top 4s, they don't play until the quarterfinals. And then they just play the winners of whoever makes it that far. Like it's not as long where you're playing a game every single day, but I guess they all do have the same, same kind of build up for their bracket, which is very interesting. I guess I never really took the time to look into how all these conference tournaments are operated, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, hey,
Huh.
shout out mid-major.
Yeah. Shout out the mid-majors for teaching us something we didn't know. Back to
Yeah,
the
literally.
scores from yesterday. Texas Tech, big win over Colorado. Clemson beats Boston College. Any ranked matchups? Maryland beats Michigan, 71-65. UConn gets the upset over Marquette, 72-66. That's a big win for UConn.
Yeah, they got the clean sweep on the season over Marquette, and now they jumped them in the Big East playoffs due to it.
Yep. 21 from Alex Caravan, 10 and 11 double-double from Samson Johnson.
Caravan
Big
was
win for
last night.
Yeah, Caravan is good, dude. He is good.
Yeah.
Big win for UConn. I mean, yeah, you mentioned it. It jumps. Let's see. Yeah, they're tied right now in the standings, but they did beat Marquette twice this year. So Yeah, UConn gets the 3rd overall seed in the Big East bracket here.
The Big Easy.
UConn might even be ranked after this. Not gonna lie, UConn might be
Wouldn't
ranked, but hey,
surprise
they
me.
still
They're
got to take
UConn.
down the they'd still have to take down the St. John Johnnies if they want to win the Big East tournament. So
St. John's.
they got their work cut out for them. Yep, St. John's winning the whole
John's
thing. Don't worry.
I love
St. John's winning it all. One game tonight out of the top 25. Number 8 Michigan State versus Iowa. But out of the conference tournaments, as we mentioned before, out of the Sun Belt, we've got Georgia Southern and Georgia State. Actually, we only got 2. Oh, wait, no. This is just Sun Belt. There we go. All conferences.
You're just looking at the Sun Belt.
All conferences. Here's what we got. Starting at 1 p.m. out of the Missouri Valley, Indiana State, Southern Illinois. Are we doing picks for these?
Jeez, 1 o'clock games. Holy.
Yeah. Are we doing picks for these? Or
we can do some picks. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna rock with some picks on the old mini college. Let's do
I would check our picks from Tuesday, but I don't even remember what they were.
I kind of do. I mean, it was all the favorites that won, so you got them all right. But the 2 underdogs that I picked, one of them lost in overtime, and the other one lost by 1 with a buzzer beater.
Was that UL Monroe that lost in OT? Oh, I see Holy Cross lost by 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
So both of my upset watches.
So what I'm hearing is just keep on picking the favorites.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is I know ball, but not enough. I know how to bet. I should have bet. I should bet ball.
All right, well, today at 1 o'clock, Indiana State versus Southern Illinois out of the Missouri Valley. I'm gonna go with Indiana State in this one.
Yeah, I was about to say, give me the Sycamores, dude. I ain't bet against the Sycamores. I loved watching them last year. They disappointed me, but completely revamped roster. But
all right,
I'm riding the Sycamores.
We're rocking with the 6. At 3:30, number 12 Missouri State, number 5 Illinois State out of the Missouri Valley.
Games.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot to get through. I mean, there's a lot of games we're picking here, Bruce.
That's true.
Let's rattle them off. Illinois State, Missouri State. I'm going Illinois State.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty easy. In the West Coast, the 5-26 San Diego somethings against the 9-23 Pacific something else.
Toreros, brother. The San Diego Toreros and the Pacific Tigers.
You think I know this?
No, but I'm just telling you what they are.
Well, I'm going to go with the Pacific Tigers.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Pacific Tigers. As sick as the Toreros is, I can't do it.
6 p.m. out of the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. I'm going to take Georgia Southern. They're on a heater.
I was going to say Georgia Southern's they're on a heater. They won 1 game. What do you mean they're on a heater?
Exactly, they're on a heater.
Georgia Southern's the favorite in this game.
Because they're on a heater.
I don't know what I want to take. I'll take. Yeah, you know what? I'll rock with you. I'll rock with Georgia Southern.
All right,
we gotta have some differential. We'll have some differentiation here soon.
We will soon. We are now that we're getting to the other conferences in the OVC in the quarterfinals. UT Martin versus Little Rock.
Where are you looking? Oh, right here.
I'm on
down
March
to find that game.
Oh, I'm on March Madness Live, brother.
Oh,
I
see.
It's March. You got to get the MM Live app.
I forgot. Yeah. Use it. Little Rock,
Martin and Little Rock. Yeah, I'm taking Little Rock.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take Little Rock.
We're picking the favorites every single.
And I'm gonna download March Madness Live.
There we go. Out of the Summit League quarterfinals, Kansas City and number 1 seed Omaha. I'm riding with the favorite again. I'm taking Omaha. I'm getting as chalky as I can with these picks today.
I'll rock with Omaha.
All right. Missouri Valley, Evansville, number 10 versus Murray State. Give me Murray State for John Morant.
I love Murray State. They usually do me so wrong, though.
They might have the next Ja on their roster. I'm taking Murray State. I think they got it.
Yeah, I'll go with Murray State, but they always disappoint me.
You're looking for that one upset team that you can
Yeah,
pick.
but dude, they always disappoint, dude. Murray State always disappoints, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm definitely taking. If I was a betting man, I would take Evansville plus 5.5, just because Murray State always wants to not be good. A new version is available.
All
Then let
right.
me update it. Why can't I update it?
I'll keep rattling these off as you figure out how to work a phone over
Requires
there. At
iOS
7:00,
17.
buddy, you got to update your phone.
What?
Anyways, at 7:00 tonight, Patriot League quarterfinals,
Storage?
Loyola versus Bucknell. Bucknell, the number 1 overall seed. I'm sticking with the chalk. I'm going Bucknell.
Yeah, I'll go with Bucknell too. I gotta get rid of some storage so I can update my phone. What is this?
Oh, you're all
Oh,
over the place
actually,
over there.
Vinny, I got something else to notify you about, brother.
What's that?
Have you ever heard of a little thing called Debbie?
I've heard some rumblings of W. I think now is a good time we'll take a pause from picking games tonight in the conference tournaments. Bruce, why don't we tell everybody a little bit more about W and the amazing products that they put out there?
Well, W, it's a blend that you make yourself. You can use it for gaming, you can use it for working out. It's a little energy boost with no artificials, no sugars, in multiple different flavors that aren't just flavorful, but they got some cool names too. You put a little bit of that bad boy in the old water. You'll be cranking out games all night long. You'll be cranking out some workouts. You'll feel refreshed with no come down
Exactly.
and no bad intentions. Dubby.
Yeah, like you said, dubby.gg is their website. Plenty of flavors. They got merch that you can buy. They got shaker bottles. They got everything you could think of. They got sampler packs. So if you don't know what flavor you want to pick, because there's so many awesome flavors on their website, get a starter sampler pack. They'll send you a shaker bottle with 3 flavors, or you could get the hydro sampler pack. Get 16 get 6 caffeine-free drinks with a shaker bottle. Or if you find a flavor you like, you can get the tubs of the flavors of the powder just by itself. W.GG. Use code RFS at checkout. Save 10% on your W order, whether it's for gaming, workouts, grinding through that work day when you hit that wall and you're feeling tired. W Energy. Exactly. W Energy will get you through. No sugars, no artificial sweeteners, all of the ingredients listed right there on the website, on the tub, right there for you to see. So W.GG, code RFS at checkout saves you 10%. Let them know you heard about it from the Regular Fan Show with Bruce Juno, Vinny Fredericks, and check out some of those flavors because they got some wild ones. They got Tiger's Blood Orange. They got Japanese soda. They got pomegranate blossom. Look, they got all sorts of flavors here that I would just highly recommend looking through. They got your basics, your blueberries, your peach, your fruit punch. They got anything you can think of. Check it out. W.GG, code RFS at checkout. Save 10%. Shall we get back into the picks for today's conference tournament matchups here, Bruce?
Yeah, let's get to it there, guy.
Are you're going Bucknell again against Loyola?
Yeah. Give me the Bison. Give me the
All right.
Bison.
Again, Patriot League quarterfinals, Navy versus Boston U. I'm riding with the midshipmen. Go Navy.
Yeah. Shout out the military. Pick up the military. You know,
Is this where we differ?
I think so, brother. I think
That's
this is
fine.
where I shall have to part ways with your little
That's fine.
games you're playing.
I just
And
got a feeling about Navy.
dude, why? Ah, sorry. I want to download this app, dude, but
I know
it's just,
technology is just so hard, isn't it?
bro, I gotta like delete a bunch. I have no storage. I'm just deleting the most
Anyways,
random
you're
stuff.
taking Boston
I'm
U over
taking
Navy.
Boston U, brother. Ride
All
with the
right.
Terriers.
All right. Again, Patriot League quarterfinals, Army versus Colgate at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go with Colgate here.
Yeah, about to say I can't go against Colgate. Shout out Colgate. Shout out the Raiders. Give
Mm-hmm.
me the Raiders.
Let's see. Last Patriot League quarterfinal matchup, Lafayette versus American. I'm gonna go back to the chalk. I'm taking American.
Yeah, I'll go American too. They had a hot start to the season, kind of slowed up a
Mm-hmm.
bit, but we'll ride with them. We'll ride with the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, of course.
We'll ride
Out of the
with
Horizon
y'all.
League in the quarterfinals, Purdue Fort Wayne versus Youngstown. I don't know who to pick here because I can't pick with the chalk. Now we're getting into some actual even matchups.
We're gonna
You know
pull it
what?
up on our computer.
Yeah, let's see if I can pull up the standings real quick out of the Horizon.
It's
Let's
live.
see. Yeah, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Youngstown, both very similar records on the year. Both have lost their previous games. Oh, man. You know what? I guess I'm just gonna go with Youngstown. I don't really know. Yeah, let's see. They beat Purdue Fort Wayne by 22 earlier in the season. They
Damn.
did lose to them earlier on though on the road. I'm still gonna go with Youngstown. I'm feeling
Yeah, I'll ride
Youngstown.
with the
I'm feeling the
Penguins.
Penguins. Yeah, the
I'll ride with the
Pens.
Penguins.
Let's go with the Penguins. Atlantic Sun semis. Jacksonville versus North Alabama at 7 o'clock. I'm riding with North Alabama. Give me the chalk all day.
Give me the Lions, brother. Give me the Lions, brother. I'm with you there.
You're also going North Alabama. All right. Back to the Horizon League quarterfinals. Wright State versus Robert Morris. Again, chalk. Give me Robert Morris.
Yeah. Yeah, Wright
just
State's
got a good
another
feeling.
one. That's like Murray State. They just
Yeah.
don't want to do what
They
I
always
want them to
disappoint
do.
you. I know.
So
I know
we're
they
gonna
do.
ride with the old Morris.
It's because you always
in
pick
the
'em.
old Barbazol Horizon League Championship Series.
Sticking with the Horizon League, Northern Kentucky, Cleveland State. I'm gonna go with Cleveland State in this one. I'm literally picking the chalk every single round.
You know what? Give me NKU. Give me the Norse.
Wow.
The Norse are gonna knock down Cleveland State. We're doing it tonight in Cleveland, Ohio. Be there, be square, ride with the Northern Kentucky Norse. And even though they're on the road, and Cleveland State's
Feels
definitely
like you
better.
only picked that because I picked Cleveland State.
Yep. Oh, crack the old neck, ski butt.
Yeah, I could hear that one. Still in the Horizon League, Oakland versus Milwaukee.
See, this is like I know who I'm gonna take, but like
I'm gonna go Milwaukee.
Had that whole upset. Yeah, bro, it's Milwaukee's year, dude. It's
I'm
got to
taking
be
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's year. Milwaukee has come so close the past 3 seasons and have not done it. Give me
This is their time.
Milwaukee.
Give me time.
Milwaukee.
Out of the Atlantic Sun, we've got Queens, North Carolina versus Lipscomb, the number 1 team in the conference. Gonna go with Lipscomb. Surprise, surprise. And you're gonna go with Queens, I'm sure.
I'll tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you real quick, Vinny. Let me whisper little sweet nothings into your ear. We're going with the Royals. Okay? They've been my sleeper. They have been my sleeper pick in
I'm
this
assuming
conference.
that's Queens.
That is Queens. They have been my sleeper pick in this conference since day 1 of this tournament. I mean, I liked them in the league too, but we're going with Queens. We're definitely taking them at plus 9.5.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I'm not looking at the
riding.
spreads here. I'm just going straight win or lose.
I'm saying Queens
That's a good
is
pick.
about to break people's hearts and dreams. Not just mess with their hearts and dreams and hopes. They're gonna break them.
All right. Well, Bruce is confident over in Queens.
Dude,
Out of the
Queens
Sun
is about to
Belt.
do the dirty. That sounds bad.
Yeah, that sounds. Moving on, out of the Sun Belt, Old Dominion versus Texas State. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Texas State.
Wow,
Keep it
you're
chalky.
so fun.
Keeping it.
I'm also gonna go with Texas State, but
Wow.
dude, give me the Bobcats. Give me the Bobcats.
All right. In the Ohio Valley Conference quarterfinals, Lindenwood versus Tennessee State. And this one I'm honestly not so sure.
But I wonder who you'll take.
Well, I can't really go with the chalk here. I mean, they got pretty much the same record.
You gotta actually look at some stuff.
Yeah, I gotta. Where is the OVC on here? There we go. All right, so we got Lindenwood and Tennessee State. Yeah, this is certainly a tough pick here. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, man, this one's tough. I'm gonna go with Lindenwood.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so we're both going with the low.
Give me the Lions. Give me
Okay.
the Lions. Shout out Lions.
All right, Bruce. Last two here. Denver versus St. Thomas out of the Summit League. I'm going St. Thomas. Naturally, keeping it chalky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with St. Thomas too. I'm just reminiscing about last year when Denver had I don't want to say the best player in the country last season, but they had the best scorer in the country last season in Tommy Bruner. Buddy was a absolute beast, and they did not win it all, and it was very sad and depressing. But I will unfortunately not be taking the Pioneers. I will be taking St. Thomas, Minnesota.
All right, we'll agree there. Lastly, out of the Missouri Valley, the first round, Valparaiso.
Yeah, I still have no idea how to say their name, to be honest with you. Valparaiso, I think it is. I think it's Valparaiso, but I could be wrong. Hold on,
My apologies to the people that go to Valparaiso. I didn't know you existed. Valparaiso versus Illinois, Chicago. I mean, part of me wants to pick Valparaiso just for the Valparaiso. All right. Well, you know what? I'm picking Valparaiso. I feel like I owe them after not knowing that they existed.
Valparaiso.
Is that who you're picking too?
I'm just still trying to pronounce them, but I'm taking the Flames from UIC. But
all right. So we differ on a couple.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is angering me that I don't have storage on my phone because I need.
You still haven't gotten the app downloaded.
Well, no, I've been too busy making picks with you. You take
your
over.
Problem.
Do what you want to do. I'm gonna.
Your problem. I'll tell you right now. Your problem was that you deleted the app in the first place. I don't care if you only use it in March.
I don't remember deleting the app. I have it enabled where it's like old apps like they don't delete, but they like you have to like re-download them or whatever. And so unfortunately have to re-download this bad boy.
Well, best of luck to you. I'm so sorry that happened. We'll move over to the NBA while Bruce figures out how to use his phone and download the March Madness app, because otherwise I don't know if we're going to see Bruce again next week if he can't figure out how to get this app downloaded. We might never see Bruce Juneau again.
I will be so depressed if I
Well, what'll help with that is the fact that two Boston Celtics each scored 40-plus points last night against the Portland Trail Blazers.
You're going to bring this up now while I'm trying to do something else?
Neither were named Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. It was Derek White and Peyton Pritchard with 41 and 43 apiece. Pritchard also with 10 rebounds on the night, 10 3-pointers as the Boston Celtics defeat the Portland Trail Blazers 128-118. And if you ever for a second doubted the fact that the Boston Celtics were going to win the championship again, will they have a championship hangover? I don't think it matters when Derek White and Peyton Pritchard are able to go for 40 points on certain nights. So I don't really care about a championship hangover. I don't care about the Cavs. I don't care about the Thunder. When you're, what would you say? You say Derek White's your third best player. You think he's more like 4th or 5th? Obviously, you got
4.
Tatum, you got JB, 4.
I think Porzingis would be.
You think Porzingis is better?
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I just wanted your take as a Celtics fan. So you're talking about your borderline 4th, maybe 5th best player compared to Drew Holiday. Your 4th or 5th best player can drop 40. Oh, also, this guy off your bench who's maybe your 7th or 8th best player casually drop 40 and 10 with 10 threes.
Six man. He's
6 man. Still.
Yeah.
43 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists too, and 10 3-pointers on the night for your 6th man. Yeah, I think the Boston Celtics will have no problems because if anybody's having a bad night from a championship hangover, they got plenty of guys out there that will be ready to go. So the Boston Celtics continue to show why they will probably win the championship again. Timberwolves trying to climb their way back into a playoff spot. They beat the Charlotte Hornets 125-110. Behind 29 from Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards. Julius Randle with 25. LaMelo Ball with 28, 10, and 6. LaMelo Ball is a name that I'd certainly be on the lookout for this offseason.
I'm deleting stuff and my storage isn't going down.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I need it.
I know you do, and I'm so sorry that this is happening.
I'm about to just pay the extra whatever it costs to get extra storage on my phone, dude, because this is insane.
Oh, man. Well, one thing's for sure. You need
old conversations.
Yeah, they're probably from a year ago anyway.
Automatically removes all your messages and attachments that were sent or received over a year ago.
Yeah, so they're all a year old anyway.
See, I get worried doing stuff like this, though, because it's like, what if I don't know.
Delete something important. No, I get you. I get you, brother. I do. The Miami Heat fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers 112-107 because the Heat are a glorified G League team with one good player in Bam Adebayo, who had 34 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, the Heat were pretty limited in their guys, too. No Andrew Wiggins, no Tyler Hero, no Jaime Jaquez, no Khalil Ware. So not a lot of randoms, but, a lot of guys getting minutes that really shouldn't be, like Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier should never get 40 minutes in a prison yard basketball game, let alone an NBA game. The dude is just absolutely awful. And I don't know what happened to Terry Rozier because a year ago today, he had 34 8 threes and was going toe-to-toe with Jalen Brunson. And now, just the box score for you. 3 for 14, 1 for 8 from deep, 4 turnovers, a -3 in the plus-minus. Get Terry Rozier off the Miami Heat right now. I don't care if you have to buy him out. Whatever it takes, get Terry Rozier as far away from Miami as possible. The Washington Wizards got a win against the Utah Jazz, who are also pretty garbage. Here's a name that you all know.
Deleting old conversations. It's the only way I can find out how to do this.
Okay, there you go. Bruce, here's a couple names that you'll know. The leading scorers for the Utah Jazz in their loss against Washington, Johnny Juzang and Kyle Filipowski. Flip and Johnny Juzang, UCLA legend and Johnny Juzang. But the Wizards get the win behind 21 from Alex Sarr, 23 from Keyshawn George. couple of trash teams. Not going to pay too much attention to that. Milwaukee Bucks get a 30-point victory over the hospital waiting room Dallas Mavericks with no Kyrie, no Anthony Davis, both probably out the rest of the year. You got to feel bad for Klay Thompson, dude. Bro
Yeah,
left.
but Klay still ain't stepping up.
Well, yeah, no, he had 28 points, but he shot 11 for 27. So, not very efficient, 28. But the dude's got no help out there. The starting lineup was Najee Marshall, Dwight Powell, Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay, and Max Christie. That's not what he left Golden State for. That is not what he left Golden State. And now he's got to watch Golden State with Steph Curry's new best buddy, Jimmy Butler. Did they play last night? No, they didn't play last night. But they've been on a roll since trading for Jimmy. So Klay is certainly sad over in Dallas, thinking that he was going to get the better end of the stick here, and that was not the case. 30, 34, and 32 from Dame and Giannis. Giannis with 15 rebounds as well. This Bucks team, I know nobody's talking about them to come out of the East, but I wouldn't hold your breath on them. They're starting to click, I think, a little bit, Dame and Giannis. If they can both drop 30 on any given night together in the playoffs, that's a scary team. Certainly a scary team that I wouldn't want to see come playoff time. So just keep an eye out on the Milwaukee Bucks. They might not be a top 3 seed in the East, but I don't know. Right now, I think there's an argument you can make for the Bucks over the Knicks or any one of these teams. There's certainly an argument to be made. So Milwaukee continues to win. Denver Nuggets beat the Sacramento Kings. Thunder beat the Grizzlies. Shai has 41 points, 8 assists. How about James Harden for the LA Clippers in their 8-point victory over the Detroit Pistons? James Harden, at 35 years old, drops 50 points in the Clippers win. Cade Cunningham with a great start for the Pistons, 37 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Cade, as we were talking on Tuesday, Bruce, certainly an all-NBA talent player this year. Will he be an all-NBA first team? Probably not, but Cade is certainly going to make an all-NBA team this year out of Detroit. And Detroit's a team that, they're 1 or 2 more pieces away, and they're young. They're going to be a scary team for years to come. But that's all of yesterday's scores out of the NBA. Nothing too crazy tonight for matchups. Lakers-Knicks at 10 o'clock in LA. That'll be a good one. You got Rockets, Pelicans, Warriors, Nets, Sixers, Celtics, Pacers, Hawks should be all right. Bulls, Magic, nothing crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much everything going on around the NBA. Have you figured out how to download this app yet, Bruce?
No, we're struggling. I did the delete old thing, and
It's still not enough.
Still not working.
No, buddy.
I had to delete a bunch of old pictures and stuff. I think go through.
Yeah,
but that's so hard.
You probably got have you deleted all the when we post or make our clips for the regular fan show socials? Have you deleted all those clips?
I mean, no,
because
but at the same time,
that's something I've forgotten to do, and I know that's taking up a bunch of storage on my phone. Just all the little different versions of a 1-minute clip.
Yeah, half of my storage is taken up by photos, so I have to really go through.
Definitely.
See, I enabled that thing and it didn't do anything, but now I can't disable it.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
So
you're really going through it.
Who knows, brother? I'm going through the ringer right now.
Hey,
but
we can do. Hey, it is what it is. Quick touch out of the NFL, as it's the off season. It's rumor central. A couple moves have been made. The LA Chargers have released Joey Bosa, freeing up, I think, 25 million in cap space by releasing Bosa. Honestly, he probably would go to San Fran, team up with his brother Nick.
I was about to say
over there. That'd be a pretty deadly duo on the edge there. But we'll see what happens with Joey Bosa. Maybe the Chargers trying to clear up cap to go for a guy like DK Metcalf. who has just requested a trade from the Seattle Seahawks, which was certainly an interesting story. You know, that kind of came out of nowhere. DK basically saying that he wants to play for a contender and he doesn't think Seattle is going to contend anytime soon. So the 27-year-old wide receiver out of Ole Miss requests his trade and, prefers to be dealt to a contending team. Metcalf, 2-time Pro Bowler. And we'll see. You know, he's also seeking a new deal. He's entering the last of a 3-year, $72 million extension. So he's set to make a little bit more than $18 million this year. And trading him before June 1st would clear nearly $11 million in salary cap space, but would force the Seahawks to take $21 million in dead money this season. So tough situation for Seattle. But one thing we are sure of is that DK will not be Seahawk next season.
Probably.
And it looks like they're running the show with Jackson Smith and Najigba, who honestly had a really good sophomore season, could 100% be a wide receiver one in this league. So exciting to see his potential is going to continue to increase.
Bobo had his standout games as well when there was injuries.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Seahawks certainly with a solid receiving core still.
Yeah.
Even without DK. And I'm sure, I'm sure they're going to get something good in return, but we just saw Deebo Samuel get traded for a 5th-round pick. So realistically, what does that make DK worth? You know, they're both similar in age, both similar in play style. They're both big, but I think I feel like Deebo's the more valuable in terms of his run after catch ability. And DK gets a lot of drops, man. You know, for his size and his athleticism, his speed, he should be getting 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns every single season.
Yeah.
And yet he hasn't been bad. He had 900 plus yards last season, solid amount of touchdowns. But for what I think that people think DK is, especially the Seahawks, they're going to realize that DK is not valued as high as they might think he is, especially going into the last year of his contract. I feel like the 49ers completely screwed the wide receiver value this offseason. You know, if Deebo Samuel's going for a 5th pick, what does that mean for all these other wide receivers? You know, what does that mean for DK? Is he going for a 5th-round pick too? I certainly can't see teams paying more for DK than they did for Deebo Samuels, but
yeah, but the Seahawks might also not want to might be like, yeah, they got gypped out. We're not gonna get gypped out of this. Don't be stupid.
They might be willing to wait till the season starts and then see what the value is looking like.
Yeah,
because that Deebo trade really did screw up the market value for wide receivers. I can't see it any other way.
But it's crazy.
There's no way.
It's crazy.
There's no way you're trading the best wide receiver on your team. I understand he had a couple down years. He hasn't really been the same all-pro level wide receiver since 2021, but still a 5th-round pick, to me, that's worthless. What 5th-round player is going to be a starter for your team day one? Nobody. You're never getting a starting player out of the 5th round unless you somehow get the steal of the draft. But Deebo Samuel, who could be a wide receiver one on almost any team in the NFL, he's going for a 5th-round pick. I still can't wrap my head over that trade. But yeah, DK requests his trade as well. Max Crosby gets a 3-year, $106 million extension with the Raiders.
He's a Raider for life, dude. He's a perfect fit for a Raider, dude.
He is. He's going to be the coach one day.
Literally.
Hey, watch out for my Dallas Cowboys. They're clearing up some cap space.
Oh, yeah. I'm terrified.
Yeah, terrified to see Jerry Jones sign some random special team. But that pretty much wraps things up around the NFL. And that'll wrap things up for us here on the Regular Fan Show, hosted by fans, for fans. Vinny Fredericks and Bruce Juno. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning with potentially a special guest for you guys. So you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll let you know if it's confirmed tomorrow morning. But tomorrow at 11, you will not want to miss this because it's going to be legendary. Follow the Twitter at Regular Fan Show. Yes, sir. At Regular Fan Show on Twitter, at The Regular Fan Show on Instagram, TikTok, all their socials. And check out Dubby.gg for your energy powder needs, whether it's for gaming, for sports, for the gym, for work, whatever you need that little energy boost for. It's got no sugar, no artificial flavors. Dubby.gg and use code RFS. That's RFS for 10% off at checkout. Bruce, anything else you want to say to the people?
No, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, check out the old Dubby. Dubby's pretty good. Dubby, I'm actually gonna give myself some more today.
There we go. Code RFS.
Yeah, code RFS. Shout out Dubs. Yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Potential special guest, pretty sick. You might have been seeing him in the headlines lately. If you're a sports
he may have been going
enthusiast.
viral a little bit. He might have.
Yeah.
He might have just popped off.
We're not gonna give
Oh,
away
you're not
too
gonna-
much though.
Nope.
But yeah, take care, everybody. We love y'all. By the fans. For
Thanks
the
everybody
fans,
for
'cause we are the
tuning in.
fans.
Yes, sir. Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno, signing off. Peace out.
Take care, y'all.